this one is negative 6 minus 2I minus blah, blah, blah. First thing you do is distribute the negative in front of the parentheses. So we're going to get negative 6 minus 2I. Distribute that negative, we get a plus 2 and a plus 2I. And now you treat I just like you would x. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Take that one out, take that one out. No more single group. And negative 2I plus 2I, what happens? They cancel, so the answer is negative 4. Next, of course, that's April 26th. This is the one we did. Okay, so let's do this one. I, parentheses, 8 plus 5I, 8 minus 5I. Now this one shouldn't take very long. Why? Because shortcut number what? Shortcut number 3. 8 plus 5I and 8 minus 5I. I remember somebody asking me a question about this, the shortcut, right after class, vaguely. And of course it looks like A plus B times A minus B, and A plus B times A minus B is equal to A squared minus what? B squared, is it? B squared. And the I out front. So what is A? What is B? So that's going to give you I times 64. I'm going to write this out because some of y'all kind of blew a gasket when I did the problem. 5 is 25. I what? But I squared is negative what? So that's 64 plus 25. Good. And you better make a note of this because it's going to get you on the test. So, and 64 dang old 89. So your answer should be 89I. Okay. Next question. That's French. Next question. Alright, did we do this one? Somebody look in your notes. Because if we didn't do it, if we did it, I'm going to move on to the next question. Yes or no? Did we do this one? I'm sorry, what? Okay, well then we'll do this one. Complete the square. X squared minus 14x plus blank is equal to 4 plus blank. I'll let y'all do that one. Try to work on your time. You need to be able to do these fairly quick, especially the easy ones. should be doing. I'm doing the math because they say I do it too slower when I do the math. So, all right. So divide 14 by 2. Square it. What do you get? 49. Good job. That's going to give you shortcut number 2. X minus 7 quantity squared is equal to 53. And that is a vertex of 7 and negative 53. Of course, the y-intercept is 0, negative what? 3, negative 4. Now we're going to solve it. So take the square root. Well, the square root of 49 is 7. 64 is 8, right? 49 to 64 is going to be like 14. Half of 7, half of 4 is 7, half of 14 is 7. So the square root of 49 plus 7 is the square root of 56. So it'd be about halfway in the middle. So I'd say it's around 7.25. Somebody check me. Okay, sorry, I was 200 off. X minus 7 is equal to positive or negative 7.25. I'm going to do 0.25. I think that's what I said. That's what the numbers I done lost it. Plus 7. Plus 7. And X is equal to $14.25. And negative 0.25. There's 2x intercept. So you take your hand again, virtual straight edge. Now, I don't know what the question is asking, don't care. I know if I see this on your work, I'll be very happy. So let's do the y-intercept is negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this way, and negative 53 is way the heck down here. And then a negative 0.25, and then a 14.5. Looks pretty good to me. And then of course you can do all your range and domain and all that good stuff. What's it asking for? The solution set. What do that mean, the solution set? They want the x-intercept. Is that what they want? Oh, this is just asking for what they... I'm going to put in negative 0.25. And it's probably going to mark it wrong. But of course I want... Hold on a minute. Negative 0.25, comma, and then 14.25. And if they mark it wrong and say you have to do fractions, I'll override that on the test. So don't worry about that. But that should be what it's asking. Next question. Did we do this one? X squared minus 2x minus 4. That was pretty simple. I'm not going to go over that one. Do y'all remember we covered that one in the notes? Let's see what else we got. Okay, there's one we got covered. I'll blow it up. I know somebody's going to whine and complain. I can't see. I can't see. Right now, people might be sitting in the back of the left side of the room. There you go. multiplicative of them, so you don't have to distribute, you just have to combine them. What's negative 8 plus 6? Negative 2 plus 2? 0. Well, that takes care of that. Now, 3i minus 2i is I. I minus I is, well, I guess the answer is 0. Wasn't expecting that one. Next one. You see, some of these questions you can do in a few minutes, a few seconds. I don't think we've done this one. No, because I don't remember doing any with a graph. X squared minus 6x minus 6. Do it. X squared minus 6x minus 6. X squared minus 6x plus 1 is equal to 6 plus 1. Half of 6 is 3 squared, 9. So x minus 3 quantity squared is equal to 16. And that gives us a vertex of 3 and negative 15. We have a y-intercept of 6, negative 6, right? And then square root, well, the square root of 16 is 4. So I bet the square root of 15 is 3.9. Amazing. Guarantee you, before this class, somebody typed in the square root of 15 in the calculator. Equals positive or negative 3.9. And that's going to be x is equal to 6.9 and negative 0.9. Now, take our handy dandy blue marker, and I'm going to mark, let's see, 0, negative 6. It's going to be right in there. Blow it up a little bit. And one more time. 0, negative 6 is right there. 3 and negative 15, same old right there. Negative 0.9 is going to be right at the edge of 1. And 6.9 is going to be 4, 5, 4. 5, 6, 6.9 will be right near 7. That's what it should look like. And I'm not going to go through and do it, but that's what it should look like. I don't know how you actually do it. Let me look at it and see. They're probably asking for a y or x intercept or something. Let's go back and see what they asked for. what is this? Up. They're going to ask for the used integer into fractions. What do they want? They want the intercept method or intercept form, which is going to be f of x is equal to x minus 3 x minus 3 shift 2, and then bring the 15 over, be minus 15. The vertex is 3 comma negative 15. And it's going to mark it wrong because I just put the edge on parentheses. That's something I'm not worried about. Okay? That should be your answer. Next question. Quack. I'm offended because you put September 11th, 2001 on there. What about December 7th? Well, I can record it now. What's that? I don't know. Complain about one, but don't know about the other. I mean, I'm sorry. This is things that we did this one. I remember doing that. We did that one. I remember doing one like this because I remember factoring out a negative 2. Of course, y'all know that one. That's one of the most missed ones. Solve by completing square. I remember doing one of those. Did we do one of these? I don't think we did. Conjugate. All right, this is where you have to use conjugate. This is something you have to use in calculus. All right, it's called the conjugate. C-O-N-J-U-G-A-T-E, I believe. I don't know if it's got an M-C or a C-E. I don't know. Look it up. Google it. Conjugate. I believe it's G-A-T-E. Same old conjugate verb. Same thing. Now the conjugate is the opposite operation. And what you're going to focus on is the denominator. Why? Why do you focus on the denominator? No, close. You're going to multiply the denominator by the conjugate, but that's close. Why? Why am I focusing on the denominator? No, but you're getting there. It can't have radical in the denominator. And where's the radical? The I. Okay? So we got to get rid of that I. So we got to take the conjugate of 10 minus 5i, and that gives us 10 what? Plus 5i. So you're going to multiply top and the bottom by 10 plus 5i. So 10 plus 5i over 10 minus 5i. And that's going to give you shortcut number 3 on the bottom. I told you you're not going to get away from the shortcut until you are finished with your math career, which you will probably be an engineer by then. Okay? So we're going to multiply by the conjugate. I'm going to do the conjugate in blue. So blue. Is that right? That ain't no blue. So 10 plus 5i. And I need to multiply by a factor of 1 so I don't mess up the mathematics of the problem. So that means I got to multiply the top by 10 plus 5i. Oh my, that gives us shortcut number 1 in the top. So that means we can use shortcut number 1 and number 3 and get this problem done in half the time. Unless you're one of those people who do not know the shortcut and you still refuse to learn the shortcut. Then you will be finishing the test while everybody else is gone. Because you're stubborn. And that's going to give you 100 plus 2 2 times 5 is what? 10 times 10 is 100i plus 25i squared. And on the bottom, you're going to get 100 minus 25 what? I squared, Hubert. That's right, class. And now finish it. I don't know how he does that. Maybe not very shortcut. Be quiet. First week class, I told you of it. Yes, Hubert. Thank you, class. It's always nice to have interactive class. Makes the class go by a whole lot faster. Glad y'all were interactive. Miss Novak, you let me down today. What's wrong? You still so drunk or what? You're here. That means you've had a rough morning. Well, I've had a pretty good week. Old Donald, he took 7 out of 11 states. That's pretty good. Huh? Oh boy, Minnesota, I think they had 5 voters. I think Rubio is stumped. And guess what? He's going to lose his own state. Because the governor wants to endorse Trump. Well, he hasn't. He wants to. But he's scared to. Huh? What you call it is, Huckabee going to, but I think, see, that's why, Trump is smart. He's got all these endorsements, but he's not coming out all at one time. He's going to take the limelight off of something else, just like he did with Chris Christie. It was supposed to be Rubio's day, or not Rubio's day, but Cruz or Rubio, and he took the limelight away from him by having that press conference, and all the media went over to. He knows what he's doing. He's very smart. No, Attorney General. So the one thing that Chris Christie wants to do more than anything, anybody want to know what that is? Huh? No, he wants to go after Hillary Clinton when she's indicted. He wants to be the person to actually put her in jail, which she and Obama have done to several people who have done much worse than what she's done, or much less worse than what she's done. Have a server in her bathroom. Her staff, they're the one that's pleading the fifth. Yeah. 100 plus 100i minus what? Minus 25, Hubert. That's right, class. You don't have that. That means you're a loser. Okay, what's 100 plus 25? Good job. Love that interaction. I can't see. Yeah, this probably got blowed up for all the people in the back of the room. And what's 100 minus 25? And that's your answer, 75 over. Now you can write it. I'll take either answer. Now they get all out of whatever, out of sort if you don't type it in exactly like they do. But I'll show you how they want it. It's 75 over 125 minus 100i over 125. Now reduce that down, however you reduce it down, and then make sure that it's in a plus bi form. So 75 over 125 is what, 3/5? Somebody help me out there. 3/5 minus, did I not? Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Plus, and then 100, what is that? 5 will go in there, 20, and then 25, and then 4/5. That's the proper way of writing your answer. Did you have 3 plus 4i all over 5? Yes. There's several ways you can write this, and I'll override if needed on the test if you don't write it the way they want it. Okay? If it's mathematically the same or algebraically the same, then I will override it. Okay? And I'm not typing all that in. Next question. How's this one end? X to the 5th. X to the 5th. Is it going to end like this, like this, like this? Well, you can mark out these two. Why? Those are parabolas. They have to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's that one. Now, which one does the basic cubic function look like? It looks like what? Like that? So which one does this one look like? It's not negative. So B as in delta. Yep. It has nothing to do with, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you. They don't have it in order. Forget it. They don't have it in order. You got to put it in order. I didn't see that. Thank you. Look right here. That's the leading term. They had it hidden in there. So rewrite it. Negative pi x to the 6th plus x to the 5th. This is a tricky one. I didn't even see that. Minus x to the 4th minus x plus 8. Now, which one is it not? It's not D, and it's not what? A, and it's not C. Why? Because it's a negative even term, so it's up and down. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Didn't even see it in there. Make sure, I was just doing that to make sure y'all understood. Look at the whole question. Okay? Alright, do that one. Shortcut number what? Number one. It's number 1 because it's got a plus in the middle. I wouldn't turn it around. I mean, you could turn it around, but people leave the signs off and they mess it up. So, that's up to you. This one says negative 7. Let me just go to another page. Negative 7 plus 8i quantity squared. Shortcut number 1. So, that's going to be, what is negative 7 quantity squared? 29 plus, what's 2 times 56? 112? plus 64I squared, which is negative 64. So 49 minus 64 is what? So your answer is negative 15. Huh? It said negative 15. No, it's not. That's a plus. Negative. Okay, you're right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? So that should be your answer. Negative 7 is minus. Okay? Next. The figure shows quadratic, find the minimum value of f of x. The minimum value is the vertex. Negative 8. Or, let's see, that would be 8. Negative, no, 8 is your y, so it would be 8. That should be it. I don't know what they're asking, but that sounds like it. The minimum value is 8. Minimum value of the function minus f of x. I think they're wanting the y, which is an 8. We'll see. And submit test. Let's go back to the beginning of the test. And let's see if there's any at the beginning that we didn't cover. So okay, that's another complete the square. That's another find the vertex. I'm not worried about that one. Not worried about that one. Not worried about that one. That one. That one. We've done one like that. That's okay. This one I don't think was covered, but you just add a 0 on both. I mean, it had blanks on both sides. So that's not a big deal. We've done one like that. And I think we started right in here, did we not? Yeah. So that's the whole test. And of course we failed because I don't think I answered too many of them. Okay? So, which means you made a 31, so you should live in the digits. Now, let's get this out of the way and let's go over any homework questions y'all have, because I know I've got some. What? No, where is it? Number what? I'm going, I can't see. There we go. That one? Oh, I'm sorry. They want to. I'll take either one. Don't worry about that. Oh yes, I'm gonna mark it wrong because you went ahead and did the square root of 53 in your head. Yeah, I'm gonna mark that wrong. No, I'm gonna fix that on the test. On the homework, I'm not gonna fix it on the homework because you can do it what? You can do it again and fix it. Okay? So that's okay, let's go back to the test. Now I will switch this since settings for class. I've got 5 times, so that way you'll be doing your homework and you don't even realize it. And I will put the date. See what today is. Today is the 3rd, so I'll make it the 10th. Capiche? Now, to go to the homework, and this assigned is the 10th, and then we'll go to the homework, and do this. And this is chapter 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These will make that cube. When do I have it due right now? Facebook message. The 7th? That's good. That'll be good. I'm gonna leave it like that. at the handy dandy homework questions that are sent in. I went to a faculty staff development and we were doing Skype, and one of the teachers said, "We can record our classroom." And I went, "Ah, what a concept!" I said that. This will be my 4th year, and I'm just waiting for somebody to say something. I was department head for 7 years, and after 7 years, I told them go jump in the lake when I figured out I was only getting about $300 a month more doing department head. So it was a big jump. All right. Let's go back to Math 110. There we go. Now, these were just loaded this morning, so I don't know if some of them are review or not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go throw the hardest ones down. Okay? Because I took it. Okay, that's not right. That's wrong. So I need to take that one out. Delete, delete. Okay, here's 3.2 down here. So we're going to go 3.2 backwards. Okay? Is that good for y'all? 3.3, 19 slash 9. 3.3, 19 slash 9. Is this a test question? No. But it's very simple. Okay? X squared is equal to negative 75. X squared is equal to negative 75. And the reason I get these questions right here is because the question is too what? Simple. You're used to doing what? These big old gigantic trinomials, and you get down to this and you go, what do I do? All you do is take what? Square root of both sides. And then finish it. Now, do they want you to put everything in terms of I? Oh yeah. So take square root. You're at the end of your completing the square. That's where you're at. So take square root. X is equal to square root of negative 1. Square root of 75. Now these clowns don't want you to take the square root of 75 in your head. They want you to depend on the calculator. Alright, so I'm just telling you, on the test, if you get one like this, which you won't, you need to put it in terms of I and the square root of 75. So your answer is X is equal to I times the square root of what? 75. But you like to keep your brainhousing group sharp, so you do 75 in your head. 64 to 81. 64 to 81. 4 to 1 is what? 17. Half of 17 is what? 8. 8 added on to 64 is 72. 72 would be 7.5. So I would say this is 7.7. Somebody tell me what the square root of 75 is. Okay, I'm sorry. 8.6. I'm sorry, I was down 49. I'm sorry. 8.6. I said 8.7. I said 7.7. You know what I was talking about. So 8.6 what? I. I'd love to see you put 8.6 I on your test if you have one of these, because that means you're using your head, hopefully, and you're not using a calculator. Okay, but that's the answer right here. And the reason people miss this question, like I said, it's not because they don't know how to do it, it's because it's an easy question and you're used to doing more difficult problems. Yes? Yeah. But that gives, if you take the square root of something, then yes, if it's sitting by there. But since you got that eye right there, this is plus or minus, it's in there. But you can put a plus or minus out front if you want, because I won't mark it wrong because of that. Capiche? I'm looking to see what time it is, because some of y'all are always going into spontaneous combustion. Okay, I think I got some more time, have I not? Okay, just wondering, because that roof closer moving up a little bit. I thought I had at least 10 minutes. Okay. Next question. 3.2. This says VQ2. I don't know what that means. Number 15 is online. I don't know what VQ2 is. It sounds like some kind of hair cream or something. Oh, video question. Okay. So let's go to this. Give the coordinates of the extreme point of the graph given blah, blah, blah. Complete the square. That's what they want. So let's complete the square on this one. Negative x squared plus 8x plus blank is equal to negative 7. Oh, sorry, positive 8 plus blank. Mouse is out of room. Negative parentheses x squared minus 8x plus blank is equal to 7 minus or plus a negative 1 times blank. And half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So that's going to give you negative x minus 4 quantity squared is equal to 7 minus 16 is, okay, our vertex is 4 and what? 9. Our y-intercept is negative 7. And that's going to divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. X minus 4 quantity squared is equal to what? 9. So x minus 4 is equal to positive or negative 3. So what's 3 plus 4? 7. So that's 1 x-intercept. And negative 3 plus 4 is what? 1. Right? So let's see what this guy looks like, and then we'll go back and answer the question. Good thing about complete the square is you don't have to watch any video. You just do complete the square and you got everything you need. 0, negative 7. 4 and 9. 7 and 1. So haphazardly, something like that. I'm going to move that guy over. I'm going to move this guy over a little bit. Whatever. That's supposed to be right there. Usually you can touch it. All right, now what does it ask? It says the maximum value of the function is this maximum value right here, which is what? 9. And I have no idea what they're asking next. It occurs at the point 4, 9. And check answer. Excellent. You see why I show y'all completing the square? Completing the square gives you everything you need. And if you wanted to use quadratic formula, you have to depend on the calculator, and then you have to go back and take the answer you get with the calculator. You have to take it back and plug into another formula to get your vertex. And you have to depend on the calculator. Next homework question. I got like how many minutes before y'all blow up? 3 minutes. Okay. That's the same question, isn't it? 3.2. That's question. It's the same one, but we'll look at it and see if it's the same question. Yep, I'll do this one and we'll finish. Because this was a test question. Not the same type question, but it's a question. It's a twist question because of the letters. Where'd they go? There it is. 6x squared minus 18x plus 6. That part is a test question. What? Y'all all right back there? Y'all on drugs or something? Or y'all fixing to blow up? Yep. Let's finish this before we explode, okay? I'll hurry it up a little bit and get up here and do it. That'd be 6. Oh God, here we go. So much for getting out of here. I'll have to put it on this side so it'll do something. So 6x squared minus 18x plus blank is equal to negative 6 plus blank. 6x squared minus 3x plus blank is equal to negative 6. Here we go. Plus 6 times blank. And a line marked through there. 3 halves, 3 over 2. And then what are we going to do? Square it. Be 9 blank. 9 fourths. And that's going to be 6 times x minus 3 halves. Quantity squared is equal to, is that a positive 6 or negative 6? A negative 6. And that's going to factor out. So this is going to be a 3. And that's going to be a 2. So that's going to be 27 halves. 27 halves. And then this is going to be 12 halves. Let me check my math. And that's going to be 6 times x minus 3 halves. Quantity squared is equal to negative 12 plus 27 is what? 15? Somebody help me out there. 15 over 2. And that means our vertex is 3 halves and negative 15 over 2. That's the vertex. And then divide by 6. Divide by 6 over 1. Multiply by 1 over 6. And get x minus 3 halves. Somebody put my math down here. Over 2 or squared is equal to a this. 15 over 12. So take the square root of that and the square root of that. X is equal to the square root of 15 over the square root of 12 plus 3 halves. And you calculate that out to get your x-intercept. So that's about as far as I can go without y'all spontaneously combusting. Alright, y'all get out of here, take the test, finish up your other homework, and let's get on to Unit 3.